Geek Out. Welcome to another episode of Our Geek. Today we have Sub-Zero.
And I have Soundwave.
And we're going to go ahead and geek out on these figures here, let you guys know what we believe, what's so cool about them, what we like about them, and if you should get it or not, and give you a little bit of geek type of background on them. So hang on tight and let's geek out.
Finish him!
Welcome back, guys, and we are going to go ahead and geek out on these figures. And this Sub-Zero, really big fan of Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat since I was growing up. I've seen all the movies that come out. We all can just sit here and say, hey, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3 was good, bad, terrible. I didn't like it, or I loved it. And, you know, we can sit here and debate that forever. We do have our favorite ninjas. You know, he is a baddie. Scorpion is, Smoke is, Rain is, and we always loved these type of, and Reptile, I can't forget about Reptile. But we always loved these kind of ninjas. These were like our first type of like in love ninjas, because it's like, wow, they had superpowers, they had fatalities, they had some crazy animation, and yeah, it was very gory. So these were the ones, or cartoons or video games, that our moms did not want us to play, but we still wanted to play them because they were just, you know, very gruesome.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very gruesome. Kind of brings me back to the dinosaur game.
Primal Rage.
Primal Rage.
Yeah, pretty much Mortal Kombat with dinosaurs.
Pretty much, yeah. So again, this is part of our culture. As growing up, we used to play and do fatalities. They're still out there. They're still making them. They're very graphic video games. As you can see, he's holding a vertebrae and a skull. So yeah, which is supposed to be his rival skull and spine, which is Scorpion. So this right here is Sub-Zero. I did get this figure also at the toy convention that we had here locally. But again, this is from the Storm collection. This is a really old toy. It was fairly expensive. I try not to. I just get what I like and pay for it, etc. So the box was pretty damaged. So the seller did give me a break on some of the price. So I was happy about that. I was still gonna get him just because I do like Sub-Zero. I do like the whole superpower, you know, ice balls, you know, he does stakes and whatever. So we have him here, and Scorpion. Scorpion was also available. I did not get him. I only got Sub-Zero. A lot of people love Scorpion. He is probably the most popular. I think more popular than Sub-Zero.
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, come over here. You know,
you
think of Scorpion, you think of that.
Right. Yeah. Right. And disappearing, and you know, the fire. You know, fire and ice kind of a battle. Right.
Can't wait till he gets into Smash.
I don't think he's ever gonna get into Smash Brothers. But here we have him. You know, he's very poseable. He does have several hand gestures to do, you know, type of ninja type fighting. He's doing his ice powers. Over here we have icicles sticking out, like he's gonna shoot out icicle spikes. Over here, the typical move in Mortal Kombat where he shoots ice on the floor, and you know, the opponent slips and falls on his butt, you know, stuff like that. And you know, fighting pose over here on the side. So very well detailed figure. I honestly don't. I think I overpaid for it, but it's because I like Sub-Zero. But it is what it is. I like the figure, so thank you for the gentleman that sold it to me. Again, has several hand gestures. He also does come with several fatality type styles. Over here, we have him kicking on the Scorpion in the chin and just busting it open, and also like poking his eyes out. I don't know if you guys can see that on the box, but it does come with it on the in the box, so that, you know, if you do buy Scorpion and Sub-Zero, you can post them like that, just doing a fatality. I just remember I saw it, and it just made me reminisce of the very first action figures that came out with Mortal Kombat that I had. Actually, it was smaller ninja type action figure, and it had felt for his I don't know, his pants, I don't know what you would call that, but had felt, and it was just different, and it was reminiscent. So I love Smoke. I love all the ninjas from Mortal Kombat. Reptile, you know, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Rain, Smoke. I don't know if I'm forgetting any of them, but I'm sure there's a red one too. I think his name is Rain. Armor. But the cyborg ones are very, very different.
Yeah,
but
I sucked at Mortal Kombat, so I didn't even play it at all.
Honestly, you know, the funniest moment I've ever had was I wasn't even playing. I was sitting. We went to go visit and it's not because listen, it's just weird. It's just because the person that was playing Mortal Kombat never played Mortal Kombat. So I was sitting. We went to go visit a friend of my wife's, and we were sitting there, and she was fighting the husband of, in Mortal Kombat, the husband of her friend in Mortal Kombat, and this is their game. They're fighting and whatever, and she's about to beat him, and she beats him by like a little bit. and like she presses a bunch of buttons and does a fatality on the guy. I'm like, how is this possible? We never played this game, but we were all laughing because she just destroyed him and made him a fatality. The one that back then, I have Mortal Kombat in Genesis, and the only one I could do like type of fatality, because there's different fatalities. There's fatality, there's brutality, there's babytality, there's a bunch of things.
There's so many alities. I've seen a bunch of videos of them, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's so many reading a list.
The only one that I could do, for sure. The only one that I could do was the babytality, so I could just turn them into a baby. That's it. There's just so many buttons and combinations that it was pretty crazy. Obviously, you could look into the codes and see what you could do, but I just didn't do that. I would try to press some buttons and see what would come up.
Yeah, I mean, I always find it funny that Mortal Kombat was not meant for kids, but they had a bunch of toys and stuff, marketing for kids. It was just crazy. They knew. They're like, kids are gonna buy it. Parents will buy the game. It's just like Grand
Theft Auto nowadays. Like, that's not meant for kids, but
majority of the kids play it anyway.
Yeah, majority of the kids play. But really cool figure. That would do it for my figure. So you got there?
I have the Fall of Cybertron video game Soundwave. The original Soundwave was a cassette player, and his cassette bots were obviously cassette tapes, but this is his Fall for Cybertron sign, which he is an armored communication vehicle. He comes with Laserbeak, one of his cassette bots. His cassette bots, some of his famous ones are like Ravage, like I said, Laserbeak, Rumble, they all fit in his chest and he ejects them. Many of you know Soundwave is pretty much one of the most loyal Decepticons. He's Megatron's communication officer, spy, you name it, Soundwave is there, and he's loyal to the Decepticon cause. I saw this at the toy show, $35, not bad. And I kind of like that. I got real nostalgia when I opened it because his plastic's real different from like the studio toys and stuff, because it just feels like a more older plastic. It's definitely like more designed like 2010 plasticky, and it just feels like a different era of toy. And I just bought it, and it was real cool, and I like it.
I do like the tires. Is a nice like clear see-through purple.
Yeah, see-through purple. It's not as articulated as like, for example, my Coronation Starscream, because yet again, this is an older toy, not like the nicer Studio Series toys. But it has a nice gimmick to it, because if you press his eject button and if Laserbeak's in his chest, he'll launch Laserbeak, and Laserbeak pretty much self-transforms.
Okay.
And it's real cool. And I like his Cybertronian armored communication vehicle, because I know Soundwave recently, because his alt mode is a cassette player in the original cartoon. It's kind of outdated.
That is so odd.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he was a spy, so
okay, gotcha.
So it's easy to like transfer into a cassette tape, and he could just record like the Autobots or the humans' conversations and tell Megatron what they were talking about. It made sense for the time, but for modern day, a cassette player would be kind of obvious. If you see a cassette tape sitting there, and you're like, why is there a cassette tape? So in the video game, he's in an armored vehicle. I know some iterations he's a stealth bomber. Some iterations he's a stealth drone. He's typically anything that's like stealth or like spy-ish kind of like vehicle. He's typically what they make Soundwave into. And I never had a Soundwave, and I figured why not get this one. It was pretty cool, and I just never played the game, but I just got a nostalgic vibe when I opened it and started playing it with myself. And I was like, hey, it's a pretty cool toy. I like it, and hopefully they re-release those games, because people say those are like the last two good Transformer games out there. Yeah, and I want to give them a shot. And
no, I really do like all the colors and the see-throughs that can actually look really nice too in robot mode. Sometimes not robot mode, but in vehicle mode. Yeah. Sometimes, like I know like my Bumblebee that I have over there in the stand, sometimes it's very hard to transform and make it actually roll on all four wheels. This one looked like it was rolling on the four wheels pretty easily.
Oh, it was. Like it has his instructions, and I looked through the instructions. He's actually real easy to transform without him. I'm not thinking, you just fold his arms up, you tilt the legs, and you pull it back, and he literally turns into like this little minivan kind of thing, which is real cool. And then when you brought up Bumblebee, he has a similar plastic to the Bumblebee toy. So it's like that era of Transformers, which sometimes I kind of miss the era of Transformers where there were gimmicky toys. And like I know people prefer the more cartoon accurate, but I kind of miss the little action stuff they get to do, because I'm pretty sure the modern Soundwave toys has an eject button, but it probably doesn't launch the toy. It just opens. You can just load the cassettes. And then, like I say, it comes with Laserbeak. You can get the other cassette bots, but he only comes with Laserbeak. I don't plan on getting the others. I already have Ravage, but the Beast Wars version of Ravage, so I'm happy with just Ravage and Laserbeak. But I do plan on looking into other cassette bots, maybe get my hands on a few. And I know a coworker and my cousin are big fans of Soundwave, so I'm pretty sure they're excited to see this version of Soundwave here.
Oh, I'm sure. They're very good fans, and they comment and like our videos. So
I mean, he is
nice treat for them.
Definitely. I figured I'd do a Soundwave episode for him. I mean, he's probably one of the most iconic Transformers out there. Despite his outdated alt mode, he's literally always there. classic and iconic. You can never not go out with Soundwave.
Nice. Geek out. So that does it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. This was Sub-Zero from the Storm Collection.
And this is Soundwave from the Fall of Cybertron toy line.
Thank you guys for joining us. Keep watching our videos, keep sharing, keep commenting and liking our videos. We really appreciate it. If you guys want to get one of these cool Geek Out shirts, please let us know at outgeek14@gmail.com. I will throw the email here down below. We have some left over, so let us know your size and which one you would like, gray or black. I love the gray ones. The black one looks really badass too. I like that one too, but those ones I had to give to other people that were interested in, so I have my gray one here. So thank you guys for joining us. Remember to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so you not miss another episode of Out Geek. And leave us a comment.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below what you guys thought about Mortal Kombat. Were you allowed to play it as a kid? Were you good at the game? Or probably better than me at it. What do you think about Soundwave? We all know he's superior to everybody else, but let us know in the comments below what you think about him, his cassette bots, or what do you think about the toy and the game itself?
Get over here and geek out. This is our style of...
This is our style, our generation of art. When you say, you know, how some people have art display in their house, statues, busts. We have these toys that we like to display.